Hey everybody, we are going to give you a video today on stripping the motor out of the car and winterizing it / getting it ready to go back to the engine builder for rebuild, and a little process on that, getting the car stripped apart for winter in the off season. So we washed the outside of the car and then scaled the car the way it came off the racetrack. Took some notes, and now I'm going to strip the car apart and wash the inside and pull the motor out and winterize everything. So whether you're taking the motor out of the car or not, it's a good idea to drain the water in case the heat goes out in your shop. Then you won't end up with a cracked block. The drain plugs on a Chevy are located right here. And I usually drain the radiator first, and then do these plugs one at a time. And then I just leave the plug out and tape it to the lift plate or somewhere.
Well, it's got a lot of water in there.
To put them back in later. This is a motor mount on a McNell. This top bolt has to be pretty short so that you can get it out and fit it between the mount and the water pump. And then down here, if you can kind of get up and around there, there's a block. And if you have a big block, your boomerang mount goes in the front of that block. If you have a small block, it goes back here. So we're taking these motor mounts off so that we can take the motor out. So what we usually do for setting the tension on the cherry picker is I try to make sure that the gap from the block to the firewall, the big gap on the top, and the motor's tipped down, and then it's not going to slide out easily or in when you're putting the motor in. So we're going to go up a little bit more, Rich.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So the key
There.
here, you gotta
Now it's level.
nice even strokes.
And then it just slides out.
You're doing great, Richard.
You should explain to them, like, the stuff to keep a real close eye out when you're pulling it. Like the pulleys, you're looking, making sure there's nothing in the way of the pulleys.
Yeah, you don't want to hit anything.
Or the oil pump.
Richard's
Yeah,
good.
don't hit anything.
Oh my god.
And don't drop the motor either.
So you're going to need an engine stand so you can set it down. When we got done with it, we take the bolts to the engine stand so that you can find them.
Smart.
Use them. Hey Rich, one long bolt, one short bolt.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go through the back. I'd recommend putting like your team name or your name on the engine stand so that the engine builder can remember whose engine it is. Believe it or not, when they get there, there's a bunch of them all over the place, and it's a lot to keep track of for them. So. So as you can see, this is all dirty and filthy. I'm gonna make sure that everything's covered up. We got plates over the exhaust with gaskets, they're tight. All the fittings have caps on them. We're gonna put a dummy oil filter on and scrub this thing clean. So, I mean, an engine builder that's doing a rebuild for you hates a dirty engine coming in, so it's always nice to clean it.
Cut.
We use an Arts radiator with the oil cooler that mounts to the front of it. So we're unzoosing it so we can take the radiator out. And I'll shake that on the ground to get all the stones and stuff out of it, and I'll flush it out with water and then blow it out with air and dry it off, and keep everything capped so that the mice and stuff don't get anything in there.
You and your mice.
You can't stop them. You can only
What else we got down
play
here?
defense. What else we got down here? A bunch of hoses and lines and stuff that need to get washed. So the next thing I'll do is roll this whole car outside and pressure wash everything. But I'll leave everything capped and stuff so you don't get any dirt in there. So we got our engine outside, got everything capped, plugged, so that the dirt and grime doesn't get in anywhere. I just put a bag over the distributor cap and all that to keep that dry. And I'll use some degreaser and pressure wash this off, get it clean. Alright, so now we've shown you how to take the motor out and get it ready to go back to the engine builder, and our car is completely stripped and we're going to paint it and put it back together.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to
Like the videos,
subscribe to the channel
to the newsletter
and come back
next time.
Yes.